Welcome to episode 2 of the Do It Faster with DFFS video series. Alex ships new versions of DFFS regularly, and they're either bug fixes or new features. By the end of this, you'll know how to update your site and where to look to make sure the update actually took. On this site, we see Modern DFFS version 1.2.38.0 installed in the app catalog. This video is going to show you how to update that when a new version of DFFS, Modern DFFS, is released. First, though, how do you even know when one has been released? Here's how. You go to the Modern DFFS forum, I'm putting it on the screen, and you subscribe there, and then you get automatic notices. Or you can just go look at that periodically and see whether a new version has been released. I've created a tiny URL for you to use that's just MDFFS forum. I like tiny URL because it ignores capitals and lowercase, so it'll work no matter how you do it. Now we're going to talk about how you download it, but before I do that, I need to give you a caution. And the caution is this: updating the app catalog updates every list on the site. For most citizen developers, that's not going to matter. But if you've got complex forms, say you're a developer that has learned how to use DFFS because it's so much faster than other platforms, you've got using conditional logic, custom code, all sorts of advanced things. It's a best practice. This is simply a development best practice in any platform to test any new version on a non-production form or list before making the upgrade in production. So these principles are what you should follow in that case. Keep a second site with a clone of your lists. Update the site app catalog there first. Walk every critical form and check that it still behaves correctly. Proper regression testing, in other words. And only then update the app catalog on your production site. You do need to pay attention if you have a tenant app catalog with Modern DFFS installed, because that could be upgraded without you knowing about it, and that if you have complex solutions, that could cause a problem. So if that's your case, you need to install an app catalog on both the production and regression testing sites, and then you're in control because the site app catalog trumps the tenant app catalog, so you can control your updates. So let's first of all go and look. Let me go back here. We're going to go to spjsworks.com. Right here. Sorry, there's the forums. I was going to show you the forums. This is the Modern DFFS topic within the forum, and then you can hit subscribe, and you'll get notices of new releases. But we're going to go to, here it is, spjsworks.com, and hit get the latest version here to download. You know we were using .38. Here's .39 available, so I'm going to download that zip. I may have downloaded it in the past. Yep, look at that. You can see that. So here it is right there. I'll just, instead of extracting it like I ordinarily would, well, let's do this. I'll go ahead and save this. And then I'm going to go and find that zip file. Hang on a second. Am I really at the right place? There's my downloads. There's the zip right there. I'm going to extract it, and it's going to put it into that folder. So there it is. So I'm doing it again, but you know, I've done these things so many times. I have multiples, so pardon my clutter, but that's what I'm going to grab when I go back into my app catalog. I'm going to upload there, I'm going to choose that file that we just saw, and notice there's 3.8. That's not the one I want. So I'm going to go back into my downloads. There's the 3.9. There's my, sorry, this is the zip file for the 3.9 with the one up after it. This is the expanded file, and this is sorry, that was the expanded folder, and this is the file I want. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to throw it in here. And now you'll see that change just above what's that thing called? Sorry, my brain. The thing that shows time with sand running through it. Anyway, there we go. That updated to 39. Now I have to do the deploy. It's already checked off because I'm just upgrading something that was already marked that way. I hit deploy, and immediately it's deployed, and we're good to go. I didn't show you yet, and I should have, how to find the, let's see, we're going to go to, oh, sorry, right here. How to find the version. You might first want to look at what version you're on. You can look in the app catalog, but you can also go to any list on a site with Modern DFFS installed, and you can click here, and you can also see the version. So you see now it has been upgraded to 1.2.39. So that takes care of how to get notice when there's a release, how to get the release, how to install it in your site, the caution about making sure that if you have complex forms where you need to do regression testing before you bring down a new version, how to do that. And I guess the last thing is to just make a pitch for DFFS. There was the caution. I showed that to you already. But here's, I think, one of the game changers about DFFS. The shortest feedback loop between a user and a developer is when both of them are the same person. That's what DFFS gives to subject matter experts for department level, automating their department level processes. The person who knows what the process actually needs is the person building the tool. And you don't have to be a professional developer to do it, any more than I had to become a professional video producer to make this. I'm using Notepad. It works. You can use DFFS and build a custom solution that works. So that's updating handled. You know where to look to check that it took, and you'll hear about the next release without going looking. Next up, taking a plain SharePoint list and putting it under DFFS control. That's where DFFS starts doing something. Subscribe here as well as on the forum, and I'll see you in the next one.